Hello, 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 guys. What's going on? Okay, I think we're live. Hey, it's Amy with Lily Bean Designs. We are painting some door tags today, and I cut out some cardstock with my laser. So I'm going to show y'all that here in just a minute. I did not do my intro video, so I'm going to see if anybody hops on. If y'all did not get your text and you want to be on my text notification list, you can text the number scrolling at the bottom of your screen, and I will notify you when I get ready to go live. So if you're joining me, hop on and say hello. Hey, Connie, how are you? Welcome. Okay, so I don't normally do club files live before I release them, but if you're in the club, sneaky peek, because I was painting and I just thought I would go live and like show you all the door tags. So this is one of the club files for this month. If you're not in my club, I have a surprise. We are opening the doors for Black Friday. So normally we would not be opening again until 2023, but I'm going to open the doors briefly Black Friday weekend. We're going to go live first thing in the morning on Black Friday because I don't believe in the Thanksgiving Day thing. I do not believe in that. I don't think anybody should have to work on Thanksgiving unless you're like a first responder, nurse, doctor, what have you. Hello, Megan, Sarah, Jeff, Sandra. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Okay, we are painting door tags. So this is one of my tags. This is the other one of my tags. So I painted one white and I painted one cheater method. So, you know, my cheater method is my Deco Art dark chocolate paint with the baby white. So we did that and we're letting those dry. And then we are going to paint the rest of the pieces. I also painted this. So if y'all are in my club, you know that we have several of this design door tag. We have an Easter one. What's the other one I did? I did a bicycle one, I believe. We're doing a Christmas one. Oh, we did a pumpkin one too. We're doing a Christmas one. So I love this plaid topper. So we're doing our plaid topper again. I painted this black. Okay, so got those pieces all sitting over here ready to go. And I am going to paint on my other little pieces. So here's what we are doing. We are using some cardstock on the word holidays. So what I did was I printed some cardstock from Creative Fabrica. Am I calling that the right thing? Creative Fabrica. I have a membership there. So I went on there and I searched for Christmas plaid cardstock. If you're in my club, when you get your supply list for November, you will get this file and you will also get the link to the specific file that you can get from Creative Fabrica. I have a membership. So if you don't have a membership there, you can get a membership or you can, and I got in when it was like $10, super, super cheap. I think that's for the whole year. Is that for the whole year? I can't remember. It's like 10, or is that a month? I'm so bad, y'all. I belong to memberships and don't even know how much money I pay for them. It's terrible. Shirley and Sandra, I cannot see your comments. It says your names and it doesn't say a comment. That's weird. Sandra, it says morning Amy, and then there's another comment, but it's blank. That is strange. That never happens. Anyway, okay, well, if you don't have a subscription to there, just get some cardstock. Just go to Hobby Lobby, $79 a year. Okay. There were stars. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Okay, that must be what that is, because for some reason it's just looking blank in here. Thank you for the stars. That's so sweet of y'all. So anyway, just get any cardstock. Go get any cardstock. I normally have like a ton of cardstock, but I left my cardstock in Virginia. I have no cardstock down here. How many times have I said the word cardstock? Too many. Okay, so I was like, I want some Christmas plaid paper. We'll call it paper. So I went on there and I found this pattern, and it's hard to see because it's cut out. I already cut it out with my laser, but it's a Christmas plaid pattern. Can you see that? So it's red and green and white plaid. It'll look better once it's all put together. Now, the reason why it's cut in several pieces, I had to cut it in 3 pieces, is because I wanted to scale the size down so it was fairly small, because normally it filled up a whole, like, what is the size? 8.5 by 11? Yeah, 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. So I wanted to scale it down because I thought, okay, if I cut this word that's this big out of this pattern that's this big, then the pattern is going to get lost and you're not even going to be able to see what it is. So I thought I need to size this down. So what I did was when I went to print it, I just put white cardstock in my printer. It's thick cardstock because that's just what I had. I had like one pack of white and that's all I had. I didn't have any of my patterns or other colors. For some reason, I just grabbed that white pack. But anyway, so I put a sheet of that in my printer and I printed it 4 to a page. So it printed like this big instead of like this big. Okay, so that way you can see the pattern, but then I had to cut it out in several pieces. Now, it's not going to line up exactly right, but I've done this on the door hanger and you're not going to be able to tell. And I'll show you the door hanger too. It's so cute. I'm so excited about this door hanger. I'm getting lots of sneak peeks this month. This, I always say this might be my favorite door hanger ever, but this might be my favorite door hanger ever. Here is the door hanger for, whoops, trying to get it centered for the club. Okay, so I did the cardstock for the word holidays on there as well. See? And I just loved it. And I was like, okay, we're doing that on the tags. So this is our last month of Christmas files in the club, and then we move on. Because I try to give y'all stuff ahead of time. We always do 2 months of Christmas because 1 month of Christmas just isn't enough. Am I right? Thank you. Thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this word and get this done. So we're going to take some Mod Podge. This is matte Mod Podge. And let's see, I need to turn my, oh, you know what? I'm supposed to be recording on here. Hold on 1 second. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Okay, now we're recording on the other side. I need a small paintbrush. Like a spaz today. I cannot focus. I did my Zoom call in Club Create-A-Kit. My cat is trying to get in my craft room. Might have to go let him in just a minute. All right, so I'm going to take some Mod Podge. And what did I say this was? This is matte. This is a big container of matte Mod Podge. And you know you can get Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree. They're little bitty containers of it, but you can get it at the Dollar Tree. It doesn't matter what matte or what Mod Podge you use. If you like the sparkly, if you want to get, they even have outdoor Mod Podge now. So if you're going to seal your door hanger and you're going to hang it outside, you could probably use outdoor Mod Podge. And I'm putting a good amount on. I'm just kind of dabbing it on here because I want to make sure it sticks really good. Okay, and then have you guys ever cut cardstock with your laser? So I cut it with my Thunder laser. I don't have my Glowforge down here. I only have my Thunder down here. So I don't know the Glowforge settings, but I do know that you cut it on the same settings for acetate as you do cardstock. So if you guys have cut acetate for my shakers before, it's the same setting. On my Thunder, I cut it at, it's like 200 speed and I think 30 power. But honestly, I could have cut faster and at a lower power. I know I probably could have. But I didn't focus. So I just left it on whatever I do for wood. So the nozzle was pretty far away from the cardstock and it just cut it out like perfectly fine. Do you guys ever, are you afraid, like I know if you have a Glowforge, you don't have to worry about this, but if for those of y'all that have a big laser, do you ever find the perfect focal spot for your material, and then you don't want to refocus because you found like the sweet spot for the material that you cut all the time. That's me with my thunder. And I mean, that's probably silly because honestly, like I'll get it right back to where it was. I will, it'll be fine. But sometimes I just find the sweet spot for cutting the 1/4 inch wood that I cut all the time, and I don't want to change my focus because it's cutting like butter. You could Mod Podge the paper to wood and then cut in your machine also. Ooh, Tanya, I have not done that. Scored to cut either one of those. Oh, scared to cut either one of those. Sorry. Y'all, I have a new pair of contacts in. I can see, but you know, it's never perfect. Does anybody have bifocal, or I should say multifocal contacts? Comment and tell me if you have multifocal contacts, because I just got them and I love them. Love, love, love them. Like I can see so much better with them than I could wearing one reader contact and then like no contact in the other eye. Because when I went to the eye doctor, I found out my vision is no longer perfect distance. So they had to give me distance anyway. So they're like, well, we're going to give you multifocal in both eyes. I can see so much better and I don't have to hunt for glasses all day long. And it's life-changing. But my issue is that, and I've worn contacts. I wore contacts since I was 13 years old. And then I had LASIK when I was like 34. And I did not have to use anything for what, 10 years? About almost 10 years. So I know how to put contacts in. Like I'm experienced at putting contacts in. I wore them for a long, long time. These contacts, these multifocal contacts, they are hard to get in. Does anybody else have that problem? Like when I go to put them in, they're really floppy in my hand. Like they're like less shaped or less firm in my hand. So they roll up really easily. And okay, so here's the deal, y'all. I'm not going to put another layer of Mod Podge on here yet because it bubbles. So if you want to put a layer of Mod Podge on top, wait this layer dries and then do your top layer. See, you're not going to even be able to tell that that was cut in 2 places, right? So yeah, so it takes me not a long time, but it takes me a few minutes to fiddle with my contacts. I go through like so much sailing to get these contacts in. It drives me crazy. They will not stick to my eyes. Like I have it on my finger and I go to put it and it just doesn't stick. It's like, what is wrong? It won't stay on my eyeball. It's weird. So anyway, that's my current like old lady problem. You know, all the old lady problems you get as you get older. All those fun things that happen. Okay, we're going to do green. So I'm going to use some Irish moss, Deco Art, of course, and festive green. I Mod Podged it on, Julia. I just put Mod Podge on my wood and then I stuck it on there. And then I'm going to do another coat after that layer is dry. Okay, so I want my green pieces to have like a little bit of texture to them. So I am going to start with the Irish moss and then I'm going to like sponge of the festive green. And y'all know I've told you this is my new favorite green. It's Grinch green is what I call it. It's the perfect Grinch color. And I'm only going to do one coat because I'm going to sponge over it with the other green. Yes, Julia, I printed it on my printer. It is just stock. You can just Google printable Christmas plaque. I got this Creative Fabrica, but you have to, I don't think Creative Fabrica has a free version. You have to either pay for the files, or you have to pay for a membership. But you can get free printable cardstock online, or you can just go buy cardstock. But I just did it because I didn't feel like driving to the store, and I was like, I know I can find something that I like online. So, and it actually prints really nice. Like, I was wondering how it was going to look when I printed it with my printer. It looks fine. I mean, it probably doesn't look as good as it would if you were going to buy some cardstock, but I thought it printed just fine. And I don't have a fancy printer. I don't buy fancy printers because printers don't like me. Maybe because I don't buy fancy printers. I don't know, but printers don't like me. So I go through printers as often as I go through hair dryers, which is like every 2 years for some reason. That's how it is. That is about how long they last for me. All right, so I'm painting everything that I need to be green. Getting all that color done. Your sub printer. I don't have a sub printer. This is just a regular printer. This is just a very cheap, regular, old HP printer. I have not researched sublimation enough to, whoops, that is still wet. I know if I look into sublimation, I'm probably going to really want a sub printer. So I probably should not do that. Because I don't need another hobby, and I don't need another thing to spend money on right now. But the little bit that I have seen is very cool. But that would be me. I would buy it and then I wouldn't have time to mess with it. We are also going to use puffy paint. Y'all know I love some puffy paint. So we can consider this a, what do we call it? The word for, I'm telling you, my brain literally stops working when I go live. When you're using more than one material in a craft project, what is that word? Or phrase? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. When you work with multiple materials in a craft project. Oh, that is very nice, Georgia. Printers have a mind of their own. You need an Epson Eco tank. It's been amazing. See, that's probably an expensive printer though. And I don't know. I'll spend money on a laser, obviously, but I won't spend money on a printer. I think that's it. Okay, so we're going to take hold on, I need a sponge stick. I got a new pack of sponge sticks. From Amazon. A big pack. Is it multimedia? It's not multimedia, is it? I swear that's not it. I swear it's something else. Mixed media. Mixed media is what I was looking for. I think. I'm telling you, y'all, if you've never gone live, go live. And I promise you, your brain will stop working. It just does. I don't know why. I think it's because it's trying to do too many things at once. Okay, so then I'm going to take the festive green. And I'm just going to kind of do this just to get a little like texture and dimension on my trees. And to bring in some of that darker green because that's more of the green that's in the cardstock that I picked. Okay. And on these, yeah, I like using the puffy paint. We're going to put some ornaments on the trees and some berries on the wreath. It's going to be fun. Mixed media. Yeah, mixed media. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, we'll be using puffy paint, cardstock, and wood. So that's mixed media, right? And Mod Podge. Not using glitter. I could really be over the top and I could get some glitter out, but I'm not going to get today. I do love it. We're going to not do too much. And for the little tiny wreath, I'm going to get my teeny tiny brush again. The puffy paint container, yes, you can see the puffy paint container. It's also, if you're in the club, it's on your supply list. This is, let me see if I can get it up here focused that y'all can see it. Tulip Slick. It says dimensional fabric paint. This is True Red. We're going to be using True Red and probably some white. So the white one is just white. I only have red, black, and white, but I was looking on Amazon yesterday and I saw that they sell, it's not Tulip brand. All right, so I'm just taking this little tiny brush and I'm just very lightly to make it look kind of like leaves in dimension, adding that festive green on top of the Irish moss. There we go. All right. Now, we want this to look like snow. So we're going to paint this. And I should glitter this. I should glitter that, y'all. White glitter. I don't know. We'll see. I would have done it first, though. I've already put that green on the trees, and it might, I don't want the glitter to stick to the trees. We'll see. Comment and tell me if I should glitter the snow. It would just be a tiny touch of glitter on the project. It would not be like we're using a ton. Just a subtle little hint. Glitter the snow. I'm getting a lot of yeses. All right, hold on. Before my paint's totally dry, let me get the glitter out. See? I couldn't say no to the glitter. Where is the glitter? It's not in my closet. Where did I put the glitter? Here it is. All right, I need a piece of printer paper though. I'm going to use this because this is all I have in here right now. This is cardstock that I printed. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, so I printed 4 to a page. So we'll just get a little glitter on this. It won't be any big deal. Oh, but what I was saying is on Amazon, there's a different brand of the dimensional fabric paint. I call it puffy paint because I'm an 80s girl and that's what we called it. Um, so I'll go back and put it in the comments. I haven't ordered it, but it is, there's all different colors. It's like a multi-pack that has like a ton of colors in it. So I think I'm going to order it and I'll let you know if it works like the tulip does. Okay, that is super pretty. Can you all see that? Look how pretty. It's so sparkly. I love it. There's just something about white glitter. I love when snow sparkles. There we go. Okay, sorry, I didn't turn my sound off on my phone. You're hearing Etsy cha-chings. I just got glitter everywhere, as usual. Okay, so we'll let all that dry. Let's do our little house. I'm glad y'all like the glitter. It's so pretty. So now we're definitely mixed media. We have lots of different materials today. I feel like this season goes by too fast because I love the holidays. Like I love holiday projects, but there's also all the holiday activities and there's just not enough time to get all the projects done that I have in my head. I wish that the holidays were more spaced out a little bit. Oh, one thing I should mention about the Mod Podge and the paper is that make sure that you wipe your edges really good. Glamour dust. Oh, I'm going to have to try some glamour dust. Sandra, where do you get that? Because if you don't wipe down your edges really good, like on here, because I use the cardstock, if you don't wipe these down and then you try to do Mod Podge on top of your cardstock, if you have any char, it's going to mix with your cardstock and with your Mod Podge, and it's going to turn your Mod Podge like a blah, like brown black color on top of your cardstock, and you don't want that. So make sure that you wipe down your edges really good. Just take a baby wipe and wipe them down. So we're just doing the roof in black. I feel like I made that side a little thicker, so I had to even it out. I'm making the other side a little thicker. And I'm going to do another coat of white. It's Deco Art from Hobby Lobby. Really? Glamour Dust is Deco Art? Okay. I will have to check that out. Okay, so let me figure out what color I'm going to want this one piece here. All right, so this is how this is going to go. This goes here. And then I know y'all can't see this whole thing right now, but I'm trying to figure out for just a sec what color I want this bar to be. And I think I want it to be red. All right, we're going to do red. You can see where I missed a little bit right there in the black. Okay, so let's paint this. Which red am I gonna go with? Let me go with the, all right, this red needs to match this red. I think I'm gonna probably do True Red. But if it's too light, then I'll darken it up with the Santa Red. We'll have to see. So what's everyone doing for Halloween? Do you have Halloween parties? Do you have costume parties? Are you dressing up? We are going over to a neighbor's house and hanging out and handing out candy over there. It's an ultra fine glitter paint. Okay, well, I'll have to look for that. Can y'all believe I still haven't been to Hobby Lobby down here in Louisiana? I know, that's crazy. It's probably a good thing because I always want to buy so many things in Hobby Lobby. But I came down here, I had plenty of paint. Everything I've needed, I've ordered from Amazon, like craft-wise. And the one time that I was gonna go to Hobby Lobby was with my daughter when she was here, and it was Sunday. So we had to go to Michael's, which we found some cute stuff, but I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby. And this is a little bow that goes on the wreath. Okay, now we just have some words left. I'm going to do a little bit more white on here. Lulu Bean was actually what I called my daughter when she was little. She was Lulu. She was Katie Lou. Her name's Katie. And we just, for some reason, started calling her Katie Lou. And for some reason, it just became Lou and Lulu and Lulu Bean and Beanie Boo and all kinds of versions of that. You know how you do with your kids and your pets. So when I named my business, I named it Lulu Lulu Bean Designs after her. And I was going to change it when I started going into the laser stuff because I thought after taking a business course, I was told that my business name should reflect what it is that I do, what it is that I, sell. But I just had already used it for so long that I was like, no, I'm just going to stick with it. Okay, so let me think. I'm trying to think what color I want these other letters to be. Okay, so this is the other piece. They're either going to be red or black. So this is the other tag. And the other tag has, where's the frame? Oh, it's stuck. Oh, yeah, this chair is driving me crazy because it catches on the rug and it won't let me scoot it all the way up. Okay, so we've got the border and then it says home for the holidays. And it's got the trees down here. And then it's got the ivy, or not ivy, the holly and berries, like this. Like that. And then so I need to figure out like what color I want home for the to be. Do I want it to be red or black? What do y'all think? I think I need to switch these around. Yeah, I was like, something's not right with these. These need to be kind of like that. I think I had one up here, and I think I had one down here. You can do it however you want, but I think I have it like that. Can you see that? You can't see that. Let me move it over. Here we go. Red to pull out the red in the paper. Okay. So you think you'll be able to see it well enough with the red? I think so. I think it'll be good. All right, so we'll do those letters in red. Uh-oh, where's our E? Oh, here it is. For the, okay. I think I'm just going to use my little tiny brush for these. Okay, that's 2 votes red. 2 votes red. Perfect. This red is pretty good coverage too. This is true red. Santa red is also pretty. It's a little bit darker. I ended up using Santa red on the door hanger for the red door. I just felt like the door needed to be a little bit of a deeper red color. So if you're not in the club and you want to join, like I said, we have a special Black Friday opening just for Black Friday weekend. Friday through Sunday, 72 hours. You can click the link that's scrolling. Sorry, no, you can't. You can't click it. And that's not the link anyway. The link that's scrolling is to text me. That will definitely also get you notified that we're opening, because I will text you the day we open. But if you want to get on the waiting list to be emailed, you can go to svgclubhouse.com. I know there were a couple of people who messaged me because they missed it when we opened at the beginning of this month. So I'm just doing that one-time Black Friday deal if you want to join. I'm just touching up where it looks light on a couple of places. Well, actually, I'm pretty much doing a second coat because as they dry, they need a second coat. Okay, let's let these letters dry. So we will do this one first. Move these so y'all can see this whole thing. Okay, there we go. Trying to get it. So we're going to put some glue on here. Make sure that's all lined up. Some little touch-ups. The black here with my Posca pen. Okay, and now our pretty snow and trees. Oh, no. That's okay. We're going to put a house down there. if you join during Black Friday, then you get the November files. This is one of the November files, which members will get on November 1st. So next Tuesday. All right, and I'm gonna, don't worry, I have not forgotten my berries. We have some puffy paint that we're gonna do. Okay, so there is one tag, but let's do our fun puffy paint. So this is the Tulip Slick, like I said, and I just am gonna shake it and make sure that it's coming out so that I don't blow air onto my project and make a mess. And it's actually clogged, which is weird because I've never had it clogged before. So hold on. Oh, there comes a big blob of it. See, that's what I didn't want on my project. So good thing. Okay, there we go. So now when you use this stuff, it needs to set up. I always let it set overnight, at least a few hours, but I let it set overnight. Matt, we did do paper. We did do paper already. You'll see that here when we finish. So those are my little berries, and I'll hold it up so you can see. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to also put some little berries on my Christmas trees or ornaments, whatever you want to call them. Just because I think that's fun too. And just be very intentional with this stuff. Just kind of take it slow and just pull straight up when you're done. And go slow with it. Okay. So that's some thick paper. Yeah. Okay, so let me show y'all up close. Here's our berries. And here are our trees. And there's our glitter snow. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's one tag. And I'm gonna just set this over here so I can't bump it and mess it up. And then we're gonna glue everything on to this one. So we're gonna start with our frame. Thank you, Sandra. All right, let's do our trees first. And there's a little piece of wood that is bugging me that needs to like punch out of here. There it goes. That was getting on my nerves. Okay. Just glue everything down. Julia, this is Carbond. It's on my, well, actually, no, it's not on my supply list. Stick Fast is on my supply list. Stick Fast and Starbond are, as far as I'm concerned, they're interchangeable. They're really the same, pretty much the same as far as I'm concerned. I use Stick Fast or Starbond. You can get them both on Amazon, but the Stick Fast is the one that I think is on my supply list. So if you go to my website, lulubeandesigns.com, it's my favorite supplies are on there. It's like a link to my Amazon list. All right, let's see. I'm going to move all these over just so they look a little bit more centered. You could always move your holly down if you want to have more room at the top for this to like be more centered. I probably should have moved this holly down some and like scooch that over, but I've already glued my holly. So it will be fine though. All right. I think they need to be like just a little bit further apart though. There we go. Okay. So let me glue these on. But you can arrange them however you want. I've had people arrange things totally differently with some of the files and come up with different ideas that look very pretty. Okay, so there is that one, but we're going to add a little bit of the puffy paint to this one as well. So let's see. So I'm going to do my trees. And if you wanted to get different colors of puffy paint and use different colors to make it look like ornaments, that would be really pretty. Or you know what else you could do is you could take the white and you could make it look like snow on your trees. That would be cool. All right, and then we're going to take the white and I'm going to put little dots on my berries. And I'm going to put them all in about the same spot to make it look like, I don't know, light shining on them or maybe dew on them, like a reflection. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, and then you can also use your puffy paint to do like some accents. So like sometimes I'll just do that. Just to give it a little bit of texture, make it pop. Just like you would with paint. Just like that. So let me hold that up so you can see better. So here are our trees and then our little berries with the accents on them. And then that's our cardstock. Thank you so much, Leisha. All right, so those are done, and I'm probably just gonna find some pretty ribbon to put with them. But here's, now remember, make sure you let that puffy paint dry before you go touching it. You can kind of see them both on the screen there together. I don't know if you can see them if I turn them this way or not. Yeah, maybe. So there they are, guys. Our tags for November. Your issue is putting them together. So Sandra, what I have done before is, and it's a little awkward, but it definitely works. I did them with the Easter tags. So what I did was I decided which one I wanted to be on top, and you don't want to hide anything. Okay, so I typically will put this one in the back because there's plenty of the plaid showing. So what I would do is I would figure out like how I wanted them. So I would put them about like that. And then I just put glue back here. I just made sure I covered like all of that area really good with glue. And then I propped this under here so that this, you know, it sits nice and flat, and then just let them dry overnight. And they never came apart. I had them, and I would put like a ribbon or a piece of twine here and then connect it at the top with a bow and then just hang them like that from like a wreath hanger hook. And the Easter ones hung on my door for weeks and they never came apart. Like that, just gluing that little area right there worked perfectly. So yeah, you can totally do that. You could possibly overlap them if you wanted to and like put the holes together. Oops, where's the hole? There it is. Like put the hole together like that. You could do it that way, but you'd be covering up a lot more of this one. But that would be the one I would put in the back. So you could do it either way. And then you'd have more area to glue and less likelihood that they would come apart. But honestly, like I said, that glue sets up, this glue right here, I used Stick Fast when I did it last time, but I'm telling you, this is the same glue. It really is. It works just the same. If I look at the ingredients, I would guess it's probably the same thing. Totally works. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you like those. And like I said, if you're in the club, you will get this file on November 1st, which is next Tuesday. If you want to join during our Black Friday event, get on the waiting list, svgclubhouse.com, and I'll notify you when the doors open. We will be open for 72 hours Black Friday weekend, and you can join then as well. And if you join at that point, you will also get the November files. So it's this file and then 3 others. The door hanger I showed you earlier in this video. We have a tiered tray. All the files are the same Home for the Holidays theme. So we have a tiered tray, and we also have a set of 2 ornaments. They all match. Julia, it's $15 a month, or if you join for the year, you save 1 month. So you get 1 month free if you pay for the year ahead of time. All right, thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.